Let's talk about Wonder Woman 1984. As some of you may know, I am Wonder Woman, or at least a version of her. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but realistically, I'm Wonder Woman of Earth C. You know? And I feel like in the DC multiverse, the Earths are numbered, you know? And I think that whole universe takes place on Earth A, in Universe A, perhaps. And maybe there is a Universe B where, like, the Bahamas or Bulgaria is, like, top dog, you know? But in Universe C, Wonder Woman is Themyscira Canadian. So anyways, as soon as this movie came out, I watched it. I was so excited to see it. I was a little apprehensive after the trailers because, honestly, as soon as I saw that Steve Trevor was in it, I knew that he would have to die again by the end of the movie, and I hated that. And I think my biggest worry was that, and it totally, spoiler alert, happened. And I was really disappointed. And I was disappointed in that from the end of the first Wonder Woman, which I did really, really like. But I think that killing Steve Trevor was the biggest mistake of the first Wonder Woman movie. And maybe of the entire DCEU, other than, like, not casting me. But I don't think that I should be in the movies. I think I should be in the TV show on the CW. Whenever that happens, guys, I'm available. Just let me know. From the trailers, I could see that Diana had wished for Steve Trevor in some way. And because we had that line from Pedro Pascal, Maxwell Lord, is that his name in the movie? Anything you can wish for, like, if you can wish it, you can have it. And I was like, okay, so she wishes for Steve back. And that means at the end of it, she's going to have to give him up. Like, there's no way she's going to be able to keep him. So I knew that was going to happen. I was really bummed that that's the direction the writers decided to go. Other than that, like, when I was watching the movie, when I was actually watching it, at the beginning I was like, okay, I'm kind of here for it. I was also a little apprehensive about Kristen Wiig, but I think she did a pretty good job. I think that up until the last fight, which was not great looking, and her reveal, which I think didn't need to happen in this movie at all. I think her reveal as Cheetah could have been saved for another movie. She was good. Other than that, I think she was good. And then as I was watching it, I was warming up to this Kristen Wiig character, although again, like, I could kind of see where all the beats of the story were going, and that was a little unfortunate. But halfway through the movie, like, when the plot develops, when we see what's going on, I kind of felt like this would have been a really, really good 2-episode mid-season finale of a CW show. You know, like, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't good. And that was so disappointing. Like, I can't really point to something that I was like, I hated that thing, other than the Steve Trevor stuff. But with that in mind, you know, I think Pedro Pascal was solid. I thought the relationship with his kid was interesting. I thought some of the stuff was a little, like, weird and kooky, like a wall just jumping out of nowhere when he's going to talk to that Middle Eastern prince. And that's all stuff that I could see really, really well happening in maybe, like, a giant crossover in the Arrowverse. And maybe there are some, like, ripples that happen through time that the legends have to go deal with, you know? Like, it was that level for me, and that was kind of disappointing because I wanted a lot more. Anyways, let's watch the honest trailer here and rip into this movie a bit more.
After almost a year without a major DC or Marvel release, AT&T delivered a blockbuster spectacle right when we wished for it the most.
I renounce my wish!
Wonder Woman 1984.
I'm already disappointed again.
Did you love Patty Jenkins' earnest take on Wonder Woman,
Mostly.
set against the backdrop of World War I?
That I
skip
did.
to the 80s for no reason and crank up the wacky hijinks, but also crank up the sincere romance. And while you're at
Oh yeah! So I watched or I listened to a video or watched, I can't remember who was saying this, but that, like, somebody was so absorbed in the fact that, like, that's not Steve Trevor's body. Why did his, like, spirit jump into somebody else's body. Why did that happen? And it's so true. Like, when she sees him at the end, when he's not Steve Trevor anymore, I'm like, that's so weird. She's totally seeing you naked, and you did not consent.
Crank up some big CGI catfights, all while cranking up the political allegory. But don't forget to crank up the girl power after you crank through an hour of just kind of waiting for the plot to get going.
I did like this twist on like him showing her the world and now she's showing him the world. That I did enjoy.
Boy, this movie is a mess.
I also loved all of her clothes. I want her clothes. I just don't think they would fall the same way on me because she's not super jacked, you know, and I kind of am. That was very hubris of me to say.
A hot mess, but still. After a trip to Flashback Island and a trip to the same mall from Stranger Things, catch up with Wonder Woman. She's gone from wide-eyed optimist to an insufferable, I don't even have a TV person.
I don't have a TV.
Man, you have several.
Wow. Incredible.
Diana's still not over that guy she knew 70 years ago for a couple
like
of weeks.
not
tops.
even a couple weeks.
But when she
Was
comes
it
across
weeks?
a magical wishing What? I said wishing rock, not Where would you get that idea? Oh, great, now I can't unsee it. She'll
Neither
wish
can
to hook
I.
up with Steve one more time. Not the real Steve Trevor, mind you. Just some random dude whose body she'll use like a sex doll while his mind is trapped in the sunken place. How did Wonder Woman 2 end up more problematic than a Rob Schneider movie?
Please, I'm Jessica.
Watch this gal take down Max
This
Lord,
gal.
a blonde-haired, orange-tanned con man who can't be a stand-in for Donald Trump because this one loves his son. He'll gain the Wish Wang's power.
You know, I did
to-
hear a lot of that stuff that like he was a stand-in for Trump, and as I was I heard that after, and I don't know if I'm being naive or stupid or not aware. I didn't think that. I didn't think that one time the whole time I was watching the movie. So maybe it just over my head.
People's hair blows softly in the wind.
I wish I had more help.
Then go full Jafar and set off a climax so chaotic, even the screenwriters don't know what's happening.
What the hell is going on?
No one knows any more than that.
What do you want me to do? I don't
It was like
Leading
too
Wonder
messy.
Woman to boldly sacrifice her love to stop other people's dreams from coming true. Because we're all inherently selfish and, evil.
You cannot have it all. You can only have the truth.
Wow, that is grim. Are we sure
That's
there's
so
not one more
funny.
involved? Well, as Diana
I didn't
faces
really
a
think
new
of it
frenemy
that way,
in
but-
Barbara Minerva. She's a cute,
Frenemy.
funny, brilliant scientist who... never mind, she's a loser who drops her papers and can't walk in heels. Boo this nerd. Boo her. Nerd. Watch as she copies her whole look and character arc from that other DC nerd obsessed with the hero who becomes a villain.
Mammals. A day of reckoning is coming.
Not that one. No. Those are Disney. Come on, Catwoman.
It's impossible to make Michelle Pfeiffer look bad though.
Afraid we haven't properly
that's the
housebroken
difference.
Miss Kyle.
Jake, hi. Can you...
Selena.
That's so funny. I didn't really think about that. Like, people are not that mean. Are people that mean? People are not that mean. Somebody would have wished for, like, world peace. You know? I would have wished for world peace. What world peace looks like? Don't ask me that. That's the wish maker's job to figure out. We're just all supposed to be peaceful. And not in the Angel Season 4 weird Gina Torres way where she's also, like, eating souls and there's no free will. Don't ask me those questions. I don't know the answer. I'm just the wisher, not the creator of the wishes.
That's my name, Maximilian. Don't wear it out. You look amazing.
But no matter how exciting it is to watch CG Gal Gadot drown a Jellicle, most of the film is them fighting the real
Jellicle.
bad guy of the movie. Bad guys.
Come on, let me walk you home.
Not going home.
Hey there, how you doing?
Hey there, beautiful.
No, thank you.
You look fantastic. Hey, babe, where you going?
Ooh, you're pretty.
Hey, slow down, sexy.
I've had my eyes on you for some time.
Anything else I can get you? Tea? Me?
Don't catcall women, you guys. They'll literally turn into a cat and fight you. So enjoy a classic Be Careful What You Wish
Oh my
For.
gosh, I want that story or comic strip or something of like women getting catcalled and just slowly keep turning into more and more of a cat.
Except that no one actually knew they were making a real wish, so who cares? That you likely watched from the comfort of your own couch.
I'm gonna rewind because I missed part of that joke.
So enjoy a classic be careful what you wish for story. Except that no one actually knew they were making a real wish, so who cares? That you likely watched from the comfort of your own couch while you scrolled on your phone, which will come in handy when you have to Google, what are Wonder Woman's powers again?
Made something invisible.
Oh, that
In
part,
50
I really liked that tie-in. Like, as soon as she said that, I was like, cool! I don't know. Maybe I'm just a nerd. That was cool. Her learning to fly was like, kind of cool. I guess I just was so upset about the whole Steve Trevor thing that it kind of took away from it.
I've only done it once.
Haven't subway trains been around since the 1800s? And eventually, how to cancel HBO Max free trial. I can't believe we killed the theater industry for this. Starring Amazon Wishlist, MC Scatcat. Durr, what's a trash can? Durr.
That
I look
was
good,
funny.
but I can be better. A Washington, D.C. tourism video. Go there! I
don't
found
get
my
that one.
happy thought. And the original principal powers from Sky High? Oh man, I love Sky High.
Yo, I also love
Cheetahs
Sky
never
High.
prosper.
Cheetahs never prosper.
How is The Crown a more exciting series about a Princess Diana? New Year.
Okay, I'm going to admit something to you guys that that is not flattering. I feel like I admit a lot of not flattering things to you guys, but I watched Sky High in theaters 3 times. I loved that movie. I have the DVD. I watched it a lot. Anyways, I liked the little nod to Linda Carter, but I felt that was... Like, I would have preferred Cheetah not be revealed, the wishes not all go back, and that last scene be her, you know, off somewhere hiding or something like that. And we get Cheetah in another movie or something like that. Like, that was just such a throwaway. Like, I get it. She's the one from the armor, like, who had the armor and whatever. But unless she's going to be a prominent part of the next movie, that was a wasted scene. And I think part of the reason why the Marvel post-credit scenes were so cool is because they actually added something. They made you think, except for the shawarma one. The shawarma one was kind of like whatever. Oh, and the Howard the Duck one was weird. That didn't have any tie-in. But the ones that did have a tie-in, like those ones I loved so much. I was so excited to see them, to see like, am I gonna know enough to know what's coming or what this is hinting at or what kind of hints am I gonna get for the next movie? And DC, I mean, like, DC's just been trying to capture what Marvel did, and they're trying to get there in a day, you know? Like, Iron Man came out in 2008, and we got Avengers in 2012. We all know that DC rushed it, and it looks rushed and like not as good. And I don't know, guys, it's like it didn't have to be this way, and it doesn't have to continue to be this way. I just don't understand where the disconnect is. It's not like they don't have the material to make good movies. It's not like they don't have talented people. Like, is it the studios that get involved and then make changes that make things bad? I don't know. It was so disappointing. But that Honest trailer was okay. Pretty accurate. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? What did you think of Wonder Woman? Anything, if anything, that you liked? The things that you didn't like? What do you think should have happened? Thanks for making it with me this far into the video. Sometimes, so I've gotten a big boost in subscribers recently, so thank you guys so much if you're one of my new subscribers or if you're an old one who's been around from the beginning. But it means my comment section has really changed. I mean, not too much, and I try and read all my comments. And so, of course, a larger number of people are seeing my videos, so a larger number of people are commenting, so there's a larger number of rude comments. And it's just, you know, sometimes I want to... I screen grab and share actually quite a few comments on my Instagram with different commentaries, and a lot of my friends actually say they quite enjoy reading them. So if you say something mean to me, you might show up on my Instagram. But sometimes I want to have like little like shout out videos on here to my favorite comments or the comments that I think are the weirdest, and that's something that I've been thinking about recently. I don't know if that would be funny for you guys or if you guys want me to talk about what my favorite comments are from you all, because some really make me laugh and some I don't understand at all. I try to read them all. I try try to respond to a lot. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of the time, I don't realize that I've done something in a video until multiple people comment on it. Like, a lot of people were telling me that Demo Man in Team Fortress 2 is not Canadian, and I know he's not Canadian. I never said he was Canadian. Because I was triggered by him saying a boot, I went on my Canadians don't say this tangent in my mind, thinking like Scottish people might say this, but Canadians don't. And everybody thought, anyways, I'm rambling now. I do really appreciate you guys commenting, especially the funny ones. I really try and read them all. Thank you so much for helping my channel grow. If you want another way of supporting me, here are my books. They're also in audiobook form. And I've been adding about a minute of different chapters, usually early in the first book, from the audiobook to the end of these videos, just so that you can get a sense of what the narrator sounds like if you're interested in that. So at the end of this one, I'll put the first little bit of chapter 1 of my first book. In my last video, I did mention that I was a personal trainer, and I have gotten some comments or questions about that, and in other videos just about my physique. The beach is that way. The pool is that way. But the beach is that way. And anyway, so I was trying to figure out a way that I could kind of do a buy donation, pay what you can fitness class attached to the channel somehow. I don't really know how to do that. So if anybody has any ideas about that or is interested in that, let me know. I think a lot of people maybe want to be a bit more active and don't know how, or don't have the means to do it or the motivation. And if I can help you guys be better versions of yourselves, be happier versions of yourselves, if exercise is something that would help you get there, then I would love to do that. And yeah, anyways, shoot some ideas in the comment section. I'm gonna get out of here. You're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. I'll be back.
Chapter 1. They decided water would be the way I died, but I swam anyway. It was my way of biting my thumb at them, at the old gods who made me like this. To be honest, I hated the water. It scared me. I doubtless hated the fear more than the water itself, because I needed it to. It kept me centered. I didn't used to swim. I didn't used to need to risk my life to clear my head. There was a time when singing did that for me. It still did, sometimes, but not like it used to. Not like before my eldest brother died.